Hello everybody, I'm Caio from Caio Games, and today I'm going to be looking at my top 5 least favorite bosses. Now, in case you didn't know, my last video I posted was about my top 5 favorite bosses. But for every good boss, there's a bad one. So today, we're going to be looking at my top 5 least favorites. Oh, and before we begin, make sure to comment your opinions after the video, and also like and subscribe. If we reach 50 subscribers, I'm going to make a special video talking about each and every level in LEGO The Incredibles and ranking them. So yeah, let's begin with... Okay, people, so now let's talk about number 5, and that's the best, worst boss of them all. I have Engine from Crash Bandicoot of the Titans, Crash of the Titans, actually. Oh my goodness. First off, I absolutely hate Crash of the Titans. Seriously, one of the worst games ever. And as for the boss fight against Engine, it's somehow even worse. This is the first time you fight a boss like this. Basically, the first 3 bosses in Titans are literally just enemy battles. And that's horrible. Like, why? How are these even bosses? Honestly, as a boss, this guy is the worst. But I think there are a few other bosses that top him that are just horrible. As a boss idea, he's the worst. But as a boss, he's the 5th worst. So yeah, well, still atrociously bad. He gets the long end of the stick. So yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to number... Okay, people, so now at number 4, I have a boss that I talked about before. Hey, that even rhymed, Screen Slayer! So yeah, I hate Screen Slayer as a boss. He is one of the worst bosses I've seen. First up, his attacks. He can teleport around the place at the speed of sound, and it's impossible to hit him almost. He'll even hypnotize your companion, meaning that you have to deal with him too. Also, he's invincible to every attack, making him impossible to hit. He is incredibly annoying. Just to note, the level before him was actually pretty good, honestly. But he is just an annoying boss, my goodness. I really hate Screen Slayer. Now, I quite like him as a villain, but he's not even the main villain, he's just a pizza guy, so yeah, I can really love him on that end. So yeah, I hate this boss. Wow, if this is number 4, imagine the top 4. Okay, people, so now I'm going to talk about a new boss. So yeah, Boom Boom from Mario Bros. 3 is horrible. From 3D World is horrible. Let's begin with his attack. Spinning around. That's literally his only attack besides entering his shell. So yeah, that's all he does. And all you need to do is jump on his head. Boom Boom is literally a mini-boss. No, he doesn't even count as a mini-boss almost. He only counts as a big enemy. So yeah, I don't really like him. And his version in 3D in Bowser Fury is, well, having cat ears, making it cuter. It's still not anything notable. I mean, seriously, you could be more noteworthy if you wanted to, boss. I just wish you were. So yeah, it's not a very good boss fight in my opinion. In fact, it's one of the worst boss fights I've ever experienced. So yeah, I don't really like it because it's too easy. And Pom Pom is a decent enough fight in my opinion. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the top 2.
about to begin. Only the Reaper wins in the end.
I am without speech. Okay, but come on. That's the fight? Sure, Zor hasn't had the best boss lineup, and Lost World honestly doesn't really have good bosses besides the giant egg robo. But this is breaking a limit. Seriously. All you do is one triple homing attack and you won. And while he does create clones, the clones barely do anything. If he shuffled up, then and if the clone insta-killed, then that can make the fight harder. But it doesn't do anything. Like, seriously. You can very easily find him and defeat him. So, yeah. I especially hate Zor. It's one of the worst bosses I've ever seen. I wish I had more to say, but this fight is so short, I have nothing more to say. So yeah, it's pretty... Okay, people, we've finally done it. The number 1 spot is going to be right after the honorable mention. Okay, people, so the honorable mention I wanted to mention that I wanted to include on this list, but then I remembered that engine existed, is the Nega Droid from Sonic Colors. My goodness, it's called the Nega Droid, okay? I'm not saying you're wrong. But yeah, this fight is so bad. All you do is dodge the same attacks with different arrangements. You could say that the same thing for the Egg Robo from Lost World, but at least those attacks got harder as the fight progresses. What's happening now? Is the fight getting harder? Or are the devs just putting in new arrangements and throwing new balls? See, with the Egg Robo, he sent out lasers, fired balls that moved. He even tried to crush you multiple times. But here, all he does is rearrange his attacks and call it a day. It's super bad, and it's just bad game design, in my opinion. Also, the boss fights visuals are pretty bad and bland, and honestly, it's not really the best boss in the world. But if there's one thing keeping this fight from being number 5, it's definitely the music. The music mixes intensity with a theme park song, and it just works. Like you put it into a magic mixer, or a remix mix, or a mad mixer. So yeah, the Nega Droid I find is a pretty bad boss, but the music saves it. Like really, it's the only good part about the boss. Okay, now it's time for... Okay, so now we've actually done it. We have the main man himself. The moment you've all been waiting for. The final and the worst boss is Boom Boom from Mario 3. Okay, but seriously, I absolutely hate this fight. My goodness, it's one of the worst bosses. It's the worst boss I've ever seen. First off, you have to defeat this. First off, all you do is jump on his head. That's literally all. Sometimes he grows wings, but he immediately loses them. He's literally just a big Goomba that takes 3 hits to defeat. And that's not all. This would only mark a number 2 spot if it weren't for the one fact. You have to fight Boom Boom not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 6 times, but 17 times. My goodness, you fight him 51 times! How did Boom Boom not have a cranial breakdown after this? In fact, I think the one reason speedrunners try to speedrun this game and found a way to skip all these fights is not because of their speedrunning skills to flex them, not because they're speedrunners, but because this fight is just that bad and they were tired of fighting him. My goodness, Boom Boom is bad. Seriously, one of the worst fights ever. Okay, but I want to know your opinions. Comment below what you think about these fights and make your top 5 and tell me why my top 5 is wrong. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my video too. And while you're down there, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Be notified of when we make my top from when we rank every level in the Lego The Incredibles. Goodbye and see you next time on Caio Games.